All right. Today I just want to talk about farming. Specifically, I want to encourage the farmers to take the farming business seriously. Now, my main thing today is my introductory sentence is ignorance is a dangerous manipulation tool. All right. Before, even before the hurricane, we had a situation where the people who were buying bananas to export to Trinidad, I think, and Barbados, they had a problem finding the volumes that they wanted for export. In fact, there was a time I went to one of my friend's farm, and he was harvesting bananas. The output was very low, the yield, the production was very low, and he could not supply the buyer with the amount that he wanted. I noticed also at that time that the farmers had a problem buying fertilizers. Now, the way I look at it is, and that fertilizer crisis became worse after the hurricane, after they had chopped their bananas and replanted in some cases. My thing is, farming is a business. You have to make sure that you have the ingredients, the inputs necessary to continue your business. And I find it is very careless on the part of farmers, banana farmers I will speak of right now, to be producing bananas when you know that there was a demand, and then you refuse to buy the fertilizer. The thing is, there were people who were harvesting bananas continually. I'm talking about before the hurricane. They were harvesting bananas. Where is that money going to? You're harvesting bananas, but you find it is almost impossible to buy some fertilizer for the farm. One of my good friends, I had a big argument with him because he's telling me that he doesn't have money to buy the fertilizer, and I'm thinking just like those guys who believe that poor people should just be finding ways to survive, which is not so. I told him, man, let me tell you something, man. You harvesting bananas. Even if you can't buy 4 bags, buy one bag, or at least one small bag, and just apply it in a certain area where whatever is done is done. And when you have some money some other time, just purchase another bag. But it seems as if people are buying no fertilizer, and the only idea, the only hope is that the government is going to give them fertilizer. Your farm is not the government's farm. That is your farm. You need to find the money to buy the fertilizer. We have credit unions, we have banks, we have the development bank and other banks. Get a loan to buy some fertilizer, because you cannot get yield without the fertilizer. When you look sometimes, the people rather not spend any money and get some small bunches of banana. These small bunches, you have to harvest two bunches to full one box. If you use the right amount of nutrients, the right amount of fertilizer, one banana bunch supposed to complete one box and still have some more to complete another box. But this is your business. And even after the hurricane, people refuse to purchase bags of fertilizer, even when sometimes they can get it. You cannot wait on the government to buy fertilizer for you every time like that. You cannot wait on the government. If it is that the government is going to give some fertilizers, just let that be something that you have to increase on the amount that you have. But the government is not obligated. It is not mandatory that the government give you fertilizer. Buy your fertilizer, and if the government gives something, it is better for you, extra. At least you can push your plants further. You can probably even plant more. Or you can stock on those things on some bags of fertilizer for when you really need it, because you have to be applying more often. Sometimes people wait too long to apply fertilizer to the plants. But this whole thing about waiting for the government and behaving as if the government is under obligation, or it is a mandatory thing for the government to give farmers fertilizer. No. And you know that I've been advocating on behalf of farmers for a long time. But this whole mentality and concept of behaving as if your farm is the government's farm, and if it is that the government does not give fertilizer, nothing is going to happen on the farm, that is foolishness. That is foolishness. That makes no sense, people. Take the farm seriously. This is a business. If you have a business selling groceries, you make sure that you purchase the inputs, purchase the groceries, so that the customers can get it when they come. If it is a restaurant that you have, you will make sure that you buy the raw materials so that you can prepare the meals so that your customers can get it when they come. Why is it so hard to understand that the farm is your business? Farming is a business. Do not depend on the government for fertilizer to take care of the plants. Make sure that the plant is in good health. And if by any chance the government gives some fertilizer, it is more beneficial to you. Clap if the government gives fertilizer, but that's not the government farm, that's your farm. So that mentality where if it is that the government does not give fertilizer, the farm, you can see the condition of the plant goes down. Right now, you can see some farms looking better because they got some fertilizer probably a few months ago. But this is not supposed to happen. The banana plantations are not supposed to be deteriorating so much. This is a business. And the government, do not depend on the government to be giving you fertilizer every time like that. That is not the government's job. Your job is to run your farm as a business. Keep the fire burning.